Ben, do you think this news that's going to come out, is it market moving or is it just kind of a black stain, these guys were doing this type of stuff, but would it affect prices, you think?
That's a great question. I think it already has. I think it already has, and people haven't realized it because there is a large amount of money. Have you ever heard of Ren Dark Pool?
No.
So Ren, a lot of people have no idea what Ren even is. It's a coin. A lot of people have heard of it. And then back in 2020, 2021, it was getting pretty big. And it's got this weird kind of like fancy hashtag logo. It's not a hashtag. It's many more lines going through. And it looks kind of cool. And, the thing about it is people don't realize institutions use Ren. How do they use it? Well, you create this thing called a Ren Dark Pool. And I'm not going to explain the mechanics of exactly how it works. But what happens is you create the Ren that is in a pool that you put other coins into. And I believe I think you can trade it into anything if I remember correctly. But the pool, it gets covered by a cloud of Ren and you can't see inside of it. You can't see what is being traded. And it's the only actual true decentralized trading other than peer-to-peer, I guess, that exists. It's private. You're able to hide what you're doing. And I believe, I'm not positive, but I believe you can even do it on exchanges that have massive amounts of Ren in whatever wallet you're trading in. I think. I don't know well enough, but a lot of people don't know that institutions actually use this to hide what they do. Institutions have been using Ren to cover up some things. And so when you look at a lot of this money that has been traded, that is being tracked, a lot of it has already been sold or has already been traced. And now people are, at this point, anyone who's connected to this, which is a massive amount of people, anyone connected to this that moves anything on the blockchain right now, they're putting themselves in jeopardy big time. And I think they know that. It would be much better to not touch any of this crypto that might be trace back to these Ren Dark Pools and things. So, obviously institutions use them, but people can use them too. I talked to a guy, Samurai. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I remember when I was in the Bahamas and I did my space with on FTX when I was there at, the Albany, that was Samurai. It was his room he had set up that I was in there doing that with. And he was the first person who I ever remembered mentioning these Ren Dark Pools. And so when we came across a wallet that had a ton of transactions in it, we thought immediately it was an exchange wallet. It may be an exchange wallet. But I went back to the first transaction, which was 101,000 pages, 101,000 pages of 100 transactions on ETH4. I went back to the beginning. It was created with ETH because you have to have ETH to create. I think it is a ERC20, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But ETH was the first input into this address. And then it was Ren. And only Ren was put in for the first, I think, 6 or 7 pages. So that's 700 transactions or so, or 6 to 700. And then after that, it's all ETH. And it's very interesting the way that I believe what it does, it breaks it down into much smaller amounts and mixes those together in a way that's not considered to be money laundering, like a mixer. Tornado Cash or Railgun, those are all connected too, but that's another story. A Disperse app, that's another one. Disperse app is one that imports money from Tornado Cash. So if you ever see Disperse app on Chainalysis, on like Arkham, it's connected pretty much to Tornado Cash. So, there's a lot of these things that are connected and they do similar things. But I think the Ren Dark Pools are actually not an illegal way to do it. So, that's very interesting. But your question was, do I believe this is going to impact the markets? I think it may impact the markets in a positive way, I think, in a roundabout way. The first day stuff starts to break, I'm not sure what's going to happen. But I do believe that overall, this is going to be one of the greatest things that ever happened in cryptocurrency because we are going to be removing so many bad actors. And then also, why was Jeffrey Epstein in the CFO? Why was Jeffrey Epstein in one of the most powerful councils in the entire world? And when you look back at all the things that he did, and you start to realize that there was a list of people who visited the island. Now,